Hey guys, today we're doing a Fire Emblem Awakening tier list for all of these characters, and Fire Emblem Awakening is my absolute favorite game of all time. And I know there are a lot of other amazing, really amazing indie games and AAA games and everything in between, but man, there's just something about Awakening. Maybe it's nostalgia talking. There's just something about Awakening that when you play it, you really feel like throughout the game you're really going on this huge journey, meeting all of these amazing cool people with very distinct different looks and appearances. Well, looks and appearances is the same thing, but they have very different personalities, and I've just never really seen, I have seen games with amazing characters like these, but there's just something about this game that just puts it at number one for me. It's kind of undescribable myself, but this game and Splatoon 2, wow, those two games hold a very special place in my heart. But I've played Awakening like 3 times from start to finish. I played it like 3 times over and over. And yeah, usually I don't really play games or watch things or really repeat anything. But this one, man, oh, it's so good. And honestly, I'm really bad at remembering names, so I'll probably remember these guys' names wrong. Most of these guys, I don't even remember their name, honestly. All I just know is they're part of the story. But first of all, we have okay, this is actually going to be really embarrassing. I forgot her name. I know it starts with an S. She appears time and time again as this kind of money-grubbing merchant in Fire Emblem Awakening and Fire Emblem Fates. I think she might have appeared in a different game. Honestly, the last Fire Emblem game I played was Three Houses, and Three Houses was also really good. I really like the music too. The characters are okay, but something about it is just not the same as Fates and Awakening, the kind of very organic feeling adventure, because Three Houses just feels like I'm back at school, and it's like I don't really care too much about this unless it's like Persona, because Persona is just like solid in that area. But yeah, this character is, what I really don't like is games that push a certain character a little too hard, but that character themselves isn't like super interesting or important to the plot, so it like doesn't really make sense why they keep coming back. So she's gonna have to, and she's also, I don't remember even using her in my games. Like I think in Fates I promoted her to like a witch just because like I didn't know what to do with her. But yeah, I'm not gonna talk too much about like ranking them by like how powerful they are. Like maybe that'll go into that evaluation a little bit, but mostly just how I like the character themselves. So this character is gonna go in C. I don't know, she doesn't really click for me. She just kind of feels a bit superficial. Next is this lady. I think she's a recruitable enemy. Honestly, all of the recruitable enemies in Awakening, I never cared for them, so she's going into D. This character also, like, I do not remember. I actually like this woman enemy character better than this guy, just because she was I don't know, she's like has a bit more personality than this guy. This guy just gave off the impression of being a meathead, so yeah. This one is one of the child characters of this girl, which is the princess or something, right? I played this game back in high school, so it was really long time ago, so I don't really remember too much. But yeah, this guy is pretty cool. Oh wait, it wasn't her daughter. It was the rich girl's daughter, Maribel. I think her name was Maribel, I'm not too sure, but it was her son. Yeah, so he's gonna go into, I think, bottom B or top C tier, just because it's a pretty interesting like mother-son dynamic where he's just like acting like a thug, and his mother is like a high-ranking aristocrat or whatever. So I really like that kind of character difference. But in terms of pairing him with the main character, I was never interested in that. This character, honestly, she always seemed kind of uptight to me, and she's all about her dragon, feeding her dragon, making sure nobody hurts her dragon. I don't know. I never really used her either. I don't know how good she is, but yeah, I never really used her. So I'd say she's lower than her. Just cause, yeah, she just kind of felt like a no personality. I guess her personality is just kind of boring compared to the others, because we got some like really funny people in here. Now next we got Crom, and Crom is a no-brainer. He goes as in S tier. Honestly, he deserves a tier of his own, because Crom tier, because man, he is making me choke up. But he is really something. I absolutely love his S support with the main character. Actually was pretty caught off surprise when the event happens and you automatically get locked in with him. If you play the game, you know what I mean. Pretty early on in the game. But oh my gosh. Oh, I need to drink some water. Man, there's something wrong with my throat or something. But yeah, he got me thirsty. But oh my gosh, what is wrong with me? But yeah, I drank some water. Now I'm doing a bit better. Crom, he's got me thirsty, bro. He is literally the perfect match for Robin, and in my canon, he is the canon pairing for the main character, female Robin. Female Robin goes with Crom. Male Robin goes with Lucina. That's just my canon pairing, in my opinion. And you get some really cool extra scenes if you do that pairing between you and the other character. So that's what I like. Next we got I believe her name was Cordelia. I actually kind of like her personality. She's perfect, but she has her own insecurities, and is a bit of a tsundere, which typically I don't like that archetype, but it just works well here. She's just a big softie. I'd say she's A tier. I'd use her sometimes in my team. Next, oh yeah, and I also really like, well, not really like, but I do like her kind of her admiring Crom and kind of liking Crom. If I remember correctly, it's impossible to pair her up with Crom though, because she appears later on, and Crom has to get married earlier on in the chapters. If you play the game, you already know why. That's not really a spoiler because it happens pretty early on in the game, but actually maybe it was. But this game is very old, so anyway, this character is one of the child characters for somewhat. I do believe I used her. Usually I try to pair up my units quickly so I can get to the child units, because the child units always have the better stats. I'm gonna put her in, I would put her in high C, because honestly I don't really remember too much about her. She just has like a horse sidekick and she's all about her horse, so yeah. Next is this guy. Yeah, he's got this like pot on his head and everything. Honestly, I never really understood these like villager characters. They also have like Mizuki or whatever the other villager character in Fire Emblem Fates. I never really cared too much for them. I know you can like build them up to be really strong, but I never really bothered. Next is this character, and we know she's got that kind of look where she knows she's gonna die early. We barely get any development on her, honestly, so I'm just gonna put her in D too. Okay, I also barely remember about this character. I think she was like a rebel, but like she turns good or something. I think she dies early, or was that in Fire Emblem Fates where the other Scarlet dies? I'm not too sure. But yeah, I'm gonna put her in bottom C. Oh, actually D. She goes above the villain though. Actually, they're kind of the same. Next, we got this character, and this is the butler working for Crom. This is his retainer, I think. Every time I say retainer, I always think of like the teeth retainers. But anyway, this Frederick, he is honestly kind of annoying how he's so protective of Crom, and I totally understand that because he's the butler and he's like, oh, he's the retainer, so he's gotta protect Crom's teeth. I mean, not Crom's teeth, but Crom from any harm. So, and you know, Crom is royalty and all, so I'll put him in B tier. I think he is a decent character to have on my team, but yeah, he's all right. And I did play the romance between him and the main character, but I don't know, it was something about boar jerky, some kind of jerky or something. Maybe I'm remembering wrong, but it was just weird, bro. Next is Gaius, whatever it is. I really like this character. I know this character also appeared in Fire Emblem Fates as kind of like a, you know, as one of the child characters for the red-haired Saizo ninja in Fire Emblem Fates. And I do not like his reappearance in Fates because I feel like his personality is just different, not in a good way. It's just like he's become more stringent and strict, but I guess that's because Saizo's his dad. But yeah, I really do like this original Gaius from Gaius or whatever from Awakening, so we're gonna put him in high A tier, definitely not S tier. I think his character himself is not super strong, at least from what I played. This character is the strange king guy. Yeah, you're down there. I think he dies. I don't know. He's not recruitable, I think, though. Next is this character. This guy is also a child character. I really like that he has a mask on, and in certain, I don't know if it's in all of the supports, but usually he takes off his mask at the very last support, and oh my gosh, that is just such a sweet thing. Like, he reveals himself and he confides in the other person, and that is just a nice thing. So I'm gonna put him in A tier, below Cordelia though, because Cordelia is just such a sweet little thing, bro. So next we got this guy. He looks like he was in the army maybe 20 years ago. I don't know why he's still in the army. He's in D though. I don't even remember using him at all. I barely even remember. This guy could just be like a, I don't know, a random guy off the street, an NPC, bro. Okay, next is this guy, and I actually really like this character. He's like a dark mage. I mean, that's like super obvious looking at him. And yeah, he's got that, you know, closed eyes, you know, the impression where you're like, oh, his face looks really nice and cute and happy, but he's a dark mage, and the words that come out of his mouth is not so nice. I mean, it's obvious he is kind of like the wolf dressed in sheep's clothing kind of archetype. I actually really like it. I think it's an interesting thing, and it was executed pretty well here. I'll put him in A as well. But his speaking on his fighting skills, I remember he's not that great, but I just really like this character in general. So next is this guy. What? Oh, this is really embarrassing, but I also forgot his name. But he also appeared in Fire Emblem Fates. And oh my gosh, oh yeah, his name is Indigo. He has a different name in Fates. It starts with like a L. Laszlo. Yeah, oh my gosh, I do like this character in Awakening a lot better than in Fates. I don't know, maybe it's because of the sprite. His sprite here in Awakening looks way better than the sprite in Fates, in my opinion. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the pose. But we're gonna put him... Honestly, I think I like him here more. He's like a shy kind of player, but he still kind of takes in actual consideration into, you know, the girl's feelings and stuff. But yeah, he is a player. I don't know if... I feel like his character is more interesting than this guy, though. This guy is just filled with dark thoughts. But it's pretty close. Next is this guy. I always find it funny when they make the sprites for these two, where they have this huge armor surrounding them. Like, dang, how could you even like carry all that armor on you? I mean, this is just like an ace in the hole, right? You just put an arrow and shunk it into their heads, like right here, bullseye. But yeah, this character, oh yeah, they wear a helmet, of course, so never mind. But yeah, this character, I literally don't remember him, like a thing about his personality at all. So yeah, that is very telling. He goes down there. This character too, she's like very serious, and I think she like eats a lot and trains a lot, and she's very hardworking. I think she's a little bit more interesting than this character. I think her name was Churchy. This character's name is Churchy, right? I just remembered. But yeah, this character just goes right here. We do have quite a number of unmemorable characters. This character as well. He has glasses, and it's just so weird how big his hat is. There's like so much open space. But yeah, this character is... Oh yeah, he's one of the child characters for another character that looks almost exactly like him. But I did use this character, but I just never found him interesting, like at all. Like, I actually don't remember anything about his personality. I think maybe he was smart. I'm not too sure though. But yeah, he is super unmemorable. Maybe slightly above this guy though. Now that we got this character, I think his name was Libra. Oh man, I wish they put the names on here, but it's my fault for having a bad memory. I like am the worst with names. But this, I did romance him, and I do really like his S support. I mean, his whole support conversations with female Robin. Man, the final line, he says something like, "You are the picture of perfection" or something. It's so corny, but it's so perfect in the moment. I'm gonna put him, honestly, personality wise, he's just like this pretty looking guy who's like a pretty good artist. I think he was a monk character, and I literally never used him. I just romanced him just to romance him. But yeah, I think his stats are just kind of mid. He's not super interesting as a character, but he's just a nice guy. Okay, so let's put him in A. Now next we've got Crom's sister, which I forgot the name of, but man, when I first saw her, I thought her hair looks absolutely crazy. Like, who designed her? And it's not in a bad way. Like, at first when I saw her design, I was like, who designed this? What am I even looking at? But I really came to grow on this, and I just really like her hair now. So she's just really happy and outgoing and super nice. Honestly, nothing really to hate about her. I'll put her in high B. But yeah, she's just a very nice girl. Honestly, she deserves A. She deserves A. Yeah, she's just a very nice girl, honestly. And pretty much all of her supports with other characters, I feel like, are very wholesome, and just, man, she's just very supportive and kind. And next is Lan Ku, I think his name was. Oh my gosh, his whole thing is having a fear of women. And man, it is pretty interesting because he looks cold and stoic, and like he knows how to wield a sword, but he is not good with women because he has a phobia of women. I forgot what was the reasoning, but I really like his support with Robin as well. I put him maybe right here, almost up here. I don't know, man. Let's just put him in A though. Next we got Lucina, and of course I'm gonna remember the mainline characters, but oh, Lucina, she's so pretty and so S tier. Of course below her father still, but man, I do like Lucina. She's very, kind of reminds me of Oscar from Rose of Versailles. If you guys ever watched that, of course you didn't because it's a really old anime, but man, she's just very much like a knight in shining armor kind of feeling to me, where she's really like just trying to save the world, trying to do everything she can to just make things better, and she's very, you know, abides by the law, by the code, but she's just, oh, she's a keeper. Male Robin and Lucina forever, bro. But next we got, I think her name was Maribel. I mean, she definitely looks like a Maribel. I think she fits pretty snug in B tier. She is despite being an aristocrat that looks really cheeky, also I absolutely love her design. Like these, she has the very stereotypical big bows and these drills, but something about her front hair and these kind of side hairs poking out, oh, it's just so charming. I don't know what it is. And her whole look and her whole like holding the umbrella with her little hands like that, oh my gosh, whoever did this sprite, this is what we call a really amazing high quality sprite. I mean, you automatically know how it'd be when you look at that sprite. But I really like her because despite being an aristocrat, she is very nice and understanding of other people, and she just really tries her best to be empathetic, and she is, you know, just truly a good person actually. So definitely, honestly, kind of deserves A tier, but I don't know, we'll go high A tier, I mean high B tier. This character, surprisingly enough, I think her name was Miriam. Is that correct? If that's correct, I'm surprised I remember her name. But she's going to the bottom of the barrel, C tier, because she's just the good old smarty. I do kind of like her design. It's very simplistic. Like if there's like a real fantasy world, like I definitely could see somebody looking like this. She just looks really sleek with her glasses and everything, so I do kind of like respect her character design, but she's just not interesting enough to me. I mean, there's so much other characters that are just super eye-catching and interesting, but she's a decent character. Next, oh my gosh, I cannot remember the name of my children. That is embarrassing, because I would name them whatever, right? Oh, I know they have their own like actual name, but this is the female version of the child that you can get. So I mean, I think she's automatically S tier, not just because she's your child, but her supports with like literally every other child character is so good. She is quick-witted, smart, you know, kind of, I believe she was kind of sarcastic too, I don't know, but she is just a very charming little girl. Definitely takes after her dad, Crom. And we also have the male version of the character. Actually never had the male version of the character. I think you have to be male Robin to have a guy kid, but I'm not 100% sure. But I mean, you're my child, you get S tier. But I do definitely like this S tier. I mean, I like the female avatar better than the male avatar. She just has more swagger, you know what I mean? Next we got is her name Nawi? I don't know, but I believe she's like the child of a different character, so she's like half human and half dragon, I think, or it was some kind of dragon like race. But yeah, honestly, I didn't really care for her. Honestly, I feel like she's less interesting than the gangster character. nothing too much to say about her. Next we got this character, and this is also another child character. She's supposed to be really good. I definitely had her on my team, and I do feel like she's pretty good. I'm not one to go into like stats and analyzing stuff because I'm not smart like that. But yeah, I think she's pretty good sniper. Her personality wise though, she's super scared and pretty reserved. Kind of wants to do her own thing and gets scolded by her mom a lot. So I mean, her character personality is alright, I guess. Her character supports are also alright, honestly. She goes right here. Yeah. And this is a dragon-like character. I think her name is Tiki. I'm not too sure. Or maybe there was a different Tiki character. There was like a dragon character that appears in like has appeared since the old Fire Emblem games, and kind of appears again in all of the other future Fire Emblem games. I think it's this girl. Oh my gosh, I'm not too sure. Please don't call me an imposter in the comments. I swear I play Fire Emblem, but I just don't remember this girl. Actually, I played Fire Emblem first, and then I played Awakening. No, I played Birthright first, then I played Conquest, then I played Fates, or whatever it's called, the one where you can play you can play the neutral route, and then I played Awakening, and then I finished the neutral route after I finished Awakening, which is kind of weird, I know. And then I also played 3 houses somewhere between. No, I played 3 houses after. And then, yeah, I never played the newest game, Engage. That just, I feel like it's kind of becoming watered down. I did play Tales of Valencia, but it's just not the same. It's not the same as the previous games. But yeah, it's just kind of become like Pokemon, where the first, the 3DS, DS, era was really good, especially the DS era. But now it's just kind of becoming watered down by 3D graphics and all that. Anyway, this character is kind of mature and just really nice, but she's kind of just boring, and I never really used her though, so I can't speak too much on her. This character is the dancer girl that you can also pair up with Chrom. I think she's a decent pairing with Chrom. I find it funny that her child is Indigo, which is this playboy, but she's like the complete opposite. She's an introvert. I think her characters are alright, but I never really liked really shy characters, because I mean, I'm putting everyone below this gangster dude just because I just like the concept of this character. I'm biased, but yeah. And then next we have this character, Odin. I think in this game his name is different, but I remember him by Odin. I actually kind of like this character. We'll put him in high B tier, because he's not quite A tier. Like, I do kind of like his whole like, oh, I have powers, I am really strong, look at my right hand, or whatever, all that. I do like this picture too. I think his Fates, Fire Emblem Fates, the sprite in that game is worse. I really like his Awakening sprite better. But next we have this character. I kind of like this character. I wish they kind of brought this back in Fates, but it's alright. We got the different other characters in Fates. I mean races. But yeah, I never used her, honestly. And she's just a mature, nice person. But yeah, I'll have to put her maybe right here. Next is this dude, and I actually do not remember this dude at all, so we're gonna put him there. This guy looks like he's from like I never played Guilty Gear. I've only seen a few screenshots, but it looks like he's from that game. Next is this character. He's not a child character. I mean, he looks like a child, but he's not a child from the S supports that you can get. He's just a character you can get automatically. I forgot who his child is, but yeah, it's just really, he's all right. He's not all right. I don't really remember anything. I think he's like the character who's like, oh, don't treat me like a kid. Pretty boring. I'm actually gonna put him right there. I think I kind of found him a little bit annoying, just because he's too much like, oh, I'm not a kid. It's just like, okay, thanks for telling me for the freaking 30th time. But next we got female Robin, and I mean, female Robin is just automatically female Robin. You know what? Fire Emblem Fates also really watered down the main character. Fire Emblem Awakening's main character, which is Robin, she is just smart and witty and just charming in her own way, and she has her own kind of personality a bit more than just having the blank slate, main character personality. So she's very much like her female child. I'm gonna put her next to Chrom because that's where she belongs. But yeah, I really like Robin as her own character. Honestly, if Robin was like a romanceable character and we had a different main character, she'd probably go like lower A tier or something. But since she's our main character, we gotta put her with Chrom. And of course, we gotta put male Robin with Lucina and the children following behind them. But seriously, male Robin is also very charming, and just I really like his banter back and forth with Lucina. I really have to play Awakening again as male Robin and be with Lucina again, because that is just a match made in heaven, bro. And I actually don't remember this. I barely remember this character. She looks like a mob enemy. Yeah, we're gonna put this in actually, I do remember her now, but yeah, I never used her. I don't think I even used her once. Next we have Selena, and she's very much the tsundere type, but she's Cordelia's daughter, so that's Cordelia's her, if that's her right name. But yeah, Selena also appears in Fire Emblem Fates. And again, what is it? Like, I feel like Selena's sprite, this character art, looks way better in Awakening compared to Fire Emblem Fates. What is it? I don't know. Like, this Awakening art is just a different level, dude. But Selena herself, I don't really like tsundere type, so I just really don't like this character type. So she's going here because she's still pretty interesting, and in some ways she is pretty respectable. She's hardworking and is still a caring person. I mean, honestly, in Fire Emblem Awakening, all of the like mainline characters, all of these like recruitables, they are all pretty good-hearted, like at their core. So next we have this character. What's his name? Stahl? Was his name Stahl? Dude, I think I used him maybe like once and that's it. But I barely remember this dude. He can go up right here, and we're gonna downgrade Churchy to like right here and put this guy like right there. Yeah, I think that looks good. Next we have this character, and she's very laid, from what I remember, she's very laid back and chill. I do kind of like her character sprite. She kind of looks like a steampunk kind of style, kind of like protagonist or something. But yeah, I actually do like this character. She's like very chill. I would put her, but I never really used her, so I'm gonna also put her in C. but I'm gonna put her like right here. Yeah, that looks about good. Next we have this girl, and she's a Pegasus rider, I believe. I do kind of like her hairstyle. She's got like wings in the back and of her head and stuff. She is just a very pretty character to look at, but I also barely remember anything about her. She's just like a kind of a bland character compared to all of these other ones. She's gonna have to go and see as well. See, like right like right here. Nah, that's too high. Right here. Yeah, maybe that might be a crime, but yeah, I'm committing. Next is Tharja. Oh my gosh, Tharja is bro, there is like this one figure I saw of her and I was like, I need that in my life. That is a beautiful figure. But yeah, I actually really like this character. I'm gonna have to put her in A as in right over here. I know this is a very, very shocking placement, and I actually didn't use her that much, but man, there is something about stalker types. I usually don't like stalker types, but she's kind of like a yandere kind of, and you know, at least when I was playing the game, yanderes were like my favorite archetype, and she's not really quite yandere, honestly. Well, she kind of is, but yeah, I just really like her, man. There's just something about her. Maybe it's because she's like goth or something, or she looks like Stocking from Panty and Stocking. I don't know. I actually don't really like Stocking from Panty and Stocking. Yeah, I just like Tharja, honestly. Oh, this is Tiki. This one is Tiki. Okay. Yeah, this is the character that keeps appearing in all the games. Ever since like the really old games, she has kept on appearing. But yeah, she's certainly grown over the years. She is just a really mature and nice person. I think these two are like both the same race. We'll have to put her up here. Just because she's just, you know, she just deserves it, honestly. She's been part of the game for so long. But yeah, I never really used her that much. And this character as well, he's also kind of a thug type. But yeah, I don't really remember him. I do like his hairband though. His hairband is a nice stylish touch. I'll have to put him below right there. Next, we've got Verizion. I don't know, but honestly, his hair kind of reminds me of a cockroach for some reason. But this guy is actually pretty nice and pretty respectable, but he's kind of like a pretty haughty, like kind of egotistical aristocrat type, but he is still pretty nice. And like I said, all of these characters are pretty good to their core, so there's not really any hateable characters, so this character can go you can go beneath stall. And this one is also another enemy type. I think he is actually recruitable. I don't really remember. Anytime I get like these kind of enemy characters that I recruit, I just kind of throw them to the side, honestly, especially if they look like way too villainous. Like, bro, I don't want to scare away my enemy too bad. Next is this character, and this is the the kid character of this one. Honestly, I don't really remember much about him, so I'm gonna put him here because he is really just not memorable, and that is not a good thing if I don't remember a character. But I think I used him. I'm not too sure. But yeah, he would definitely be my last choice, just because he kind of, from what I remember, he just kind of reminds me of somebody who's just always mad, always in a bad mood, kind of like me. But yeah, maybe because he reminds me of myself, I put him there. Next is this character. I think he's also an enemy character turned good. he's gonna have to go there. I legitimately don't remember anything about him. But yeah, that's all. That is my tier list, and that was really long. If you stayed during the whole video, thumbs up to you. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope I didn't offend too much people. I mean, this is completely just my personal opinion. Of course, your list is going to look radically different, but yeah, just let me know though if Chrom is on your very top of your list as well. If you also think that Chrom deserves female Robin and Lucina deserves male Robin. I mean, this family line is just connected, bro. But yeah, that's all. Bye.